Hi Josephine, it's Megan, and we're going to continue our MPD 101 training. So what you need to do is open up your document for the MPD 101 slides. It's the PowerPoint, and you're also going to want to open up the PowerPoint 2014, and then also the ministry case file that I sent to you. So these are going to be things that we're going to look at today. And what you want to do is on the MPD 101 slides is go to the page where it says Developing a Ministry Plan. So basically from here what you've done is you've created your announcement letter to send out. Even so that when you get your computer you can do it, right? And this is something that you're sending before so that you can get an appointment with someone so that you can talk to them either by phone or by virtually like Skype, right? And so this is the part that you do with them, something that you go through with them. So we'll go through later how you make the actual ask, but this is a ministry tool that you will use to walk through with them. So if you go to the part where it says ministry case, it says a ministry case is a ministry plan, is a presentation tool to be used. So it's face-to-face, Skype, FaceTime, phone appointments, and what we do is we use it one-on-one with someone when we meet up with them, but that's when you are in the same location. So if you've met some people, you can totally do that there and run through it with them there. But basically it's an outline that engages the prospect and expands their understanding of what you're going to be doing. So it basically gives them a framework of it. So now we're going to want to go through how to create a ministry plan. It's on the next slide. And basically there's lots of things to think through and what to add. If you go to the PowerPoint that I sent you or the document that I sent with the ministry plan, so that's Adam and my for the PDF. That's what we use. And then the PowerPoint is something that InterVarsity made that you can use and you can adapt. So basically what you want to go through first is the vision. So the vision for InterVarsity is to see students and faculty transformed, campuses renewed, and world changers developed. So this is something that you'll need to kind of memorize to have down as InterVarsity's vision. And then next you kind of go into the need. So again, thinking about vision, right? People give not like for a number of different things that we talked about before. They give because they know you and they like you. They give because they have vision for it and they love what InterVarsity is doing. Or they give because they went to that campus and want to see more work being done there, right? So if we look at the need aspect of things, the need is, why is there a need for this ministry? Why is it important that you're there? So if we think of international students in the U.S., right, there's over 700,000 international students, and the time is now. Many of them are coming from the 1040 window, which is basically the longitude or latitude, I don't remember which one, which is the most unreached with the gospel. And those people are coming here. So something like that is the need, right? The need here with ICF is that we have over 2,500 international students, and many of them are coming from closed countries and don't have an opportunity to know the gospel. And what we want to do is we want to raise up international leaders so that when they go back home, they actually become world changers and change their country with the gospel. And those coming from countries where they don't know about Jesus, then they have an opportunity to know Christ for the first time. So that's an example of the need. The opportunity, so why is now the right time? So if you... On our case, what we have is we go through our mission at Mizzou, so that kind of goes through the goals, and we have the opportunities along with that. Basically is the opportunity. So the opportunity is to grow, to plant, to explore, right? But if you look at the PowerPoint, the opportunity talks about nearly 1 million international students come each year to study and work at universities across the U.S. Most of them will return home to positions in leadership, in government, education, and much more. So something like that is like our opportunity. And what you can think of for ICF is we have the opportunity to reach international leaders who will be in positions of power when they go back home, right? We have the opportunity to work with them one-on-one, to invest in them, to see them changed by Jesus. The impact, if you go to that, where does it have? It kind of has it all over in the PowerPoint. I'm not sure where we have it in here. So we kind of have ours all spread out, basically. So the impact, so what kind of impact will this ministry have? So it's talking about our like new areas that we're going to be reaching, right? Or like basically what we're going to be doing. So you want to be thinking of in that how many people that we welcome every year and how many leaders are we working with, those sorts of things. Accomplishing the vision, so that's more about how the vision will be accomplished or what's the strategy at Mizzou. So if we look at that, that's kind of our goals and what's going to happen from there, how we're going to do it. So for example, we put our goals are to see a tangible witness among unreached populations of international students, including the Muslim community, to see 12 students come into the kingdom, develop and equip 24 leaders to lead in their fellowships, begin preparations for 1 to 2 new chapters. And basically how that's going to happen is what we added it into our budget. So that probably isn't the way that you will do it, but ours has like campus evangelism, student discipleship, leadership training, small group Bible study, large group worship and teaching, conferences and missions projects. But if you look at the PowerPoint, it has the strategies aspect of things. So, and I actually prefer this. Ours has to be for both Adam and mine, so it can't be specifically for internationals, but for you it can. So it's welcoming new international students, right? By doing events in the spring, in the fall semester, like hosting them, welcoming them, doing all these different events, right? Plan trips and other social events to build relationship. Have Bible studies to introduce internationals to Jesus. Share the gospel at holiday events, conferences, and other meetings. And you could add one about by having a training for international students every other week in how to reach out to their classmates. So that's like accomplishing the vision. Then the how can they partner, that goes into what's the budget, right? So, and how can they partner through prayer, advocating, giving. So what you see on that is we have our budget on there. And then we have under the opportunity part, there are 3 ways to partner with us: through prayer, through serving, through giving. And we make recommendations based off of what we need in that, if that makes sense. So what I kind of want you to do with that is to run through, take a look at the PowerPoint, take a look at the case that I sent you, and begin to think through what would you want involved with your ministry case as you're thinking through with ICF, right? You basically know what the needs are, right, from being here. And so how do you set that in there and adding pictures in it? So when you have a computer, you can begin to work on that. The next one that we see is communication. So it's time to make the call. What this is when you begin to schedule with them. So you send out your announcement letter, tell them the times you are free, and ask if they are able to talk in one of those times. So you want to be persistent, use multiple forms of media, Facebook, email, Skype. And just because it is difficult doesn't mean they don't want to. So as we think through that, right, it's hard to contact people and it's hard to communicate with people. And you're going to send out those emails and people may not respond right away, right? Think of when someone sends you an email. You don't usually respond right away, right? So people need the reminders of, oh, hey, did you get my announcement letter? Or, hey, I was just wondering what time you might be free, and to kind of be persistent with that in different modes of media depending on how they best receive it, like Facebook or email or trying to call them on Skype. So those are the things that you want to begin to think about. For the timing of things, when you look through it, there's kind of a wave that you want to go through. So like I said today, you maybe want to send out 5 emails to start because those are the people that you're going to have to then follow up with. So you don't want to do more than what you're able to handle because you want to contact them within a week of emailing them. So it says week 1, mail out 5 to 7 letters. Week 2, call, mail out 5 to 7 letters. So you're kind of continuing the process. And then week 3, have appointments, call, mail out 5 to 7 letters. And week 4, follow up, appointments, call, mail out 5 to 7 new letters. So with you, the timing of that might need to be adjusted based off of your schedule there, but that's a general idea, is you kind of want to do it in waves. So that's all we have for today. So that's a lot of information in there. So basically I want you to read through the supporter case, read through the PowerPoint, and begin to work on that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay?